All right, fans, with us today, it is a first timer here on the E's and B's, and he is one of the baddest on two wheels in the no prep world, east of the Mississippi. Coming to us from Greenville, Tennessee, rider of Zilla and Cal. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Dustin Shelton. How's it going, my man?
What's up, homie? What's up?
There we have it. Finally, a no prep, BMF, or bad motherfucker, whatever you want to say, right here on the E's and B's. I want to welcome you, Dustin, to the E's and B's podcast, a first time no prep bike racer here on the E's and B's. And boy, oh boy, do we got a lot to dive into. But before we do that, let's dive into a little bit about you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, man. Tell my fans and listeners out there, Dustin, how did you get your start in the no prep bike world?
And it's just been a lifelong thing, really, from growing up, just racing bicycles, the dirt bikes, to whatever we had out in the fields, to starting to play on the streets, growing up young. And then really got away from it for a while, man. And whenever me and my wife got together, I had got another bike back, and I really didn't race much in the beginning. And I wrecked it and shattered my leg, had to have my leg rebuilt. Um, she told me the bike had to go, and I was like, well, I wonder if I just keep it on the track then. That was kind of my way of being able to keep the bike. And it's been about 10 years ago, and it's just evolved from there, from taking the old wreck bike that about tucked me under to rebuilding it into a drag bike. And just all led from that to the shop coming about to now we're out here trying to run with the best that the United States has to offer for no prep box.
Absolutely. And I can agree with that. For the fans and listeners out there, how we came across each other was, of course, one of the baddest no prep races, in my opinion, in the world. War in the Woods 11, Dustin camping just down the way from us there. And, right away, the camaraderie and friendship began. We can even throw our old Canadian friend Mike in there. Between the three of us up there, it was just a tight knit group. And Dustin's kept in touch since then and mentioned that he would love to do something like coming on the podcast. And I think it's a great time to have him on here because coming up live this weekend, shout out to my man Birdman, we are going to have the biggest no prep bike race ever. 64 of them for $20,000. And we'll get to that here in just a second. But let's keep on going here, Dustin.
And your boy got two locked in.
That's right. That's right. My man's on not one, but two this weekend. But we'll get to that here in just a minute. How about this, Dustin? Tell us one thing that you love about no prep bike racing.
Man, there's so many things, but the biggest thing is money can't control it, money can't rule it. I mean, you got to have a little bit, of course, to build anything to be competitive, but the money's not going to run away with it. And obviously, that was seen, in the past few races that we've had. Turkey Bash, one of the, I can't remember what Birdman calls them, but one of his rookie classes went all the way to the finals on the backside at US 60 a couple of weeks ago at Turkey Bash. So that's what I love about it. It's anybody's game.
Absolutely. I mean, that makes it fun, not only just in the bike world, of course, in the no prep world, all across the board. A lot of people bitch and complain about chassis this, money that. But when it boils down to it, it's more about the fun, the love. And then, like you just said, it's anybody's game when it comes to no prep when you're at certain places. Let me ask you this, though. If you had a choice, would you choose front, the back, or the street?
Street.
I knew it. I knew it. Shout out to my boy Lippy. The streets are always open. One of the best plays. And once again, the equalizer when it boils down to no prep racing, in my opinion. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here, Dustin. Let's get to some of these E's and B's fun questions. And of course, you can check us out each and every Friday wherever you listen to your podcast at. And make sure you check us out at easandb's.myshopify.com for the best podcast merch in the game. All right, Dustin, how about this one? The famous one. You're having breakfast with any celebrity, race car driver, famous person out there. Who are you having it with, and what are you having?
I knew that question was coming, and I didn't think of that one. That was a hard one. I don't know, man, because I don't really pay attention to a lot of famous people. I'm just all about this racing scene. So
That's all right. Pick somebody in the racing world.
probably, man, it would be somebody from the racing world. I don't know, man. That's hard.
What at least feed us something good.
Probably I would have to put a little group together of like Limpy and Ease and Beast podcast and Happy, and yeah, that would be my kind of famous party right there.
You're right, man. Shout out to you. What are we eating? What are we eating?
Eggs and bacon.
I knew it. I love you. Yes, you're the best. All right, how about this one? Switch it up a little bit better. If you could have any superpower, what would you have?
To be able to read minds.
Man, that's a good one. That's a very good one. I also like to be able to tell future and stuff like that. But to read minds, you know what? You would know what everybody's thinking at all times. And sometimes you might even know the outcome. That's a good one. That's a good one there. All right, how about this? Last one before we get back to some more racing questions. Of course, here at the end, we'll turn the tables over to Dustin. Let me talk a little bit more about himself, his business, and of course, what he's got coming up. And of course, do not forget going down live this weekend, US 60. Shout out to my boy Happy and Kinsey, of course, keeping everybody in check. It's going to be the paranormal. You do not want to miss it Friday night and Saturday night. And of course, we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. But how about this, Dustin? I like this one. It's one of my favorite ones. Pretend you have walkout music. You know, like in baseball, when the batter comes to the plate, they usually play his favorite song, you know, as he's entering the box. You have walkout music as you're entering the water box. What song would be playing?
Roddy P, 5%.
All right. Love it. Love it. All right, get back to some more racing questions. How about this? What has been your favorite race or race win to this date?
Probably the memorial shootout for the guy, my best friend, one of my best friends that the background story behind Kong. We had a memorial shootout for him at my home track, and took both bikes to the finals and had to choose.
Got you. That's kind of cool when it's a memorial style. A lot more on the line than just the money at stake, of course. And to do that, that's very cool. What a way to memorialize your friend as well. That's very, very awesome. How about this? If you could change one thing in the no prep bike world, what would it be?
The crybabies, maybe.
I'm with you on that.
It really ain't much, man. Everything really goes smooth. I mean, we race a lot of Birdman's races, and he's just got everything figured out so good, and everything runs so smooth that other than the crybabies, there really ain't nothing to complain about right now.
I know I can speak for that. As being a no prep fan, and of course, you guys coming for the first time to War in the Woods, there was a lot of questions in the air. And after that first appearance, I went all the way back to Colorado right here and said, man, that was the smoothest, dopest shit I'd seen ever. And then you guys come back. And of course, this is how our paths cross. And man, it was even better. even badder. And now here we are talking about one of the biggest, baddest no prep races going down this Saturday night. You do not want to miss it. We'll get to that here in just a second. Let me ask you one more big racing question, Dustin, then we'll switch up to a couple more of mine, and then I'll turn the table over to you. How about this? Would you ever no prep race anything but bikes?
Yeah, sure. I would love to race small tire. I just can't afford it.
What kind of car would you build? What just give me a chassis style or
Man, I hate to sound like I'm jumping on the bandwagon, but a Nova 2 like Jeff Thomas's.
Amen. Amen. I like them. Those things are slick, they're fast, and they're proven.
It's always been my that car's always been my favorite car since a kid. Yeah, it would definitely be the one.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's switch up back to the E's and B's questions. A couple more fun ones before we close this thing out. I got two good ones here for you. How about this? You're battling anybody in the world out there for the tag team championship belts. Who's your tag team partner and what's your tag team name?
Hold on, what? You broke up a little bit on me. What are we doing?
You're wrestling anybody out there for the tag team belts. What's your name and who's your tag team partner?
Oh, man. From any time era?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay. And then what's your tag team name?
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I'm not good with names. Oh, right. Man, that's a hard one. That won't take too long. I can't come up with that.
All right, we'll skip on that. Let's get to my last good question here for you. This is one of my other favorites. And, of course, shout out to my boy Jasper. He always loves to hear this question. The movie of your life is coming out this weekend at the movie theater. Who is playing you, and what's the name of it?
Mm. Man, you got me with these ones. I don't do movies and TV and stuff much, so it's hard to name off any kind of names.
That's all right. That's all right. We don't want to put you on the pressure point. How about this? I'm thinking two-wheel Dustin and someone like Matthew McConaughey is playing you in that movie. What do you think?
What's something he plays in? Something popular that.
Gosh, a bunch of stuff. You put me on the point. I'm trying to think of the smoking movie, and I can't. Dazed and Confused.
Okay.
All right. Not to trump you, stump you there. My bad. One last thing here, though, before I turn the tables over to you. Now, this one, I got to get a good answer for you, all right? Because this one's a serious one here. Going to get some personal stuff. Dustin, when it's all said and done, what do you want the Zilla, Kong, Dustin Shelton, no prep legacy to be?
Man, I just wanted to make it. I just want, to do good, be successful, and just lead for the youth that's coming up and seeing it and have something for Major to take over. And whenever he's ready, just show him what it's about.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, in our opinion. As you know, us here at the E's and B's, we are a family-like atmosphere when it comes to the no prep family. We love going to those races and feeling like we're right there at home with our own. And that's what it's been like since we met you from day one. Dustin, I know it's been so awesome. And before we get out of here, though, I want to turn the tables over to you. Talk a little bit about yourself, your sponsors, and, of course, let's talk about what's going down tomorrow night. Man, let's get to it. The table is yours.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. So, of course, we locked the 2-box into the paranormal 20K race for the last week. We've been crunching on Kong. It's been crazy. We actually took it out yesterday. Um, we ran Zilla on the front half. We made some adjustments to it, to Zilla also. We ran it on the front half Friday night. It spun and went a personal best. So we're feeling really good for paranormal. Um, Kong Saturday on the backside died on the starting line when I tried to let the clutch go. Don't know really what happened there. I think more than anything, it was a really crappy surface, and I tried to leave at really low RPMs, and the clutch grabbed too hard and stalled it. But make a few adjustments to that and have it ready we're going to leave out Thursday, try to get up to US 60 Thursday night, and we're going to run Kong up there on the backside Friday, and then we're going to run both of them in the shootout Saturday.
Man, I cannot wait. It's gearing up to be an amazing night tonight and tomorrow night. Live US 60 Paranormal. It's going down. Shout out. Support your local street racers. Make sure you guys go check them out. SupportYourLocalStreetRacers.com. Shout out to my man Birdman, BMF. Make sure you guys go check them guys out. But before we get out of here, Dustin, how about you shout out those sponsors?
Yeah, man, there's so many people that's helped, and I like to just say thanks to everyone that's helped out with sending money, sending products, supplies, getting on the raffles, and everything has been such a big help for the hurricane relief here. And yeah, man, my sponsors, shout out to Birdman for always putting these badass bike races together for us. And Whiskey Resin is always doing everything he can for us to make sure we need whatever to get wherever. And everybody that has their help, just being there, helping, videoing, doing whatever they can for us, it always means a lot.
Anyone else?
Always the wifey.
There you have it, folks. Once again, coming to us, the baddest mofo east of the Mississippi on two wheels, rider of Zilla and Kong, coming to us from Greenville, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Dustin Shelton. Thank you so much, man, for coming on. Make sure you guys go check out Dustin Shelton on all the social media outlets, and make sure you guys go help out all the hurricane relief you can. And once again, until next time, peace.